Alright, welcome back, T2 Philosopher here, and we got another build video for you guys. So, this ES Fireball source I've been working on for a while. It's kind of like my final boss, to be honest with you. So, let's get into it. I'll show you what I got, what we're working with here. Alright, so we'll start off with the stat points. I did just enough strength just to get on my gear, right? Dexterity, same deal. I did put a couple in there just to get on my wizard spike there. Vitality, I have 100 base value points into Vitality. So I wanted some in there because I am using it for PvP. So, you know, just helps out. Energy, and then I have 279 base value. So, you know, a couple more levels. She isn't fully leveled, obviously, level 91. So, you know, everything else from here on, I'll be putting it into energy for that energy shield, because it is an ES Fireball source. You can see my resistances are really good here, all maxed out except fire. So there is, you know, a little bit more improvement to be done. Moving into the advanced stats. So this is where the magic is happening here. So you can see I have my faster hit recovery breakpoint 86%. I'm actually at 87, so I hit it a little bit higher. And then my faster cast rate my faster cast rate breakpoint, which is 200%. I'm at 205. So, hitting really good breakpoints for PvP. I wanted to keep it at 205. I was doing PvP at the lower breakpoint, which is 105, I believe, for the source. And I don't know, I like 205 better, or 200 better, I guess. So, you can see for my fire damage, fire skill damage, 277% for fire skill damage, which is nice. It's gonna go up higher as well, because you'll see here once I go through my stat points, or through my skill points. And you can see I also have a little bit of enemy fire resistance, so negative 15 from my one item here. So let's go into skill points real quick before we hit the gear. So cold spells, I did one into frozen armor, okay, a little bit more defense. I did one all the way down here, all the way to energy shield, and then I maxed out telekinesis, just for survivability in PvP. And fire skills, this is where everything else went into. One into warmth, okay, I maxed out firebolt, fireball, meteor, okay, one all the way down here. And then fire mastery, I'm pumping everything into there from now on. This build would have been a little bit better, but I'm missing some gear. So let's check out the gear, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. On this one here, okay, I'm running for my weapon is a wizard spike, and I have put in a fire facet into it. I could put in a different jewel, but for now we're using the fire facet, a 5/5 fire facet. So this is really good for hitting my breakpoints because it's giving me 50% faster cast rate. It's giving me really good mana, which helps the energy shield regenerate mana as well, and then all resistance plus 75. So huge, really good weapon. For the helmet, okay, I got this volcanic tiara of the Magus. So this was a 320 magic helmet, which is awesome. And then I put 2 fire facets into it, okay. And for the amulet, I have a 220 with mana and a little bit, not much, all resistance on there. For the spirit, or for the shield, I have spirit, okay. A 148 perfect roll spirit. Monarch. For the armor, I'm using Ormus robes, okay. Pretty high defense, higher than Skin of the Viper Mage anyway. And then it also has 20% faster cast rate, which is necessary. And then the fireball, 3 to fireball skill. And 15% obviously to fire skill damage. So this is going to be for, you know, main damage increase here. On the gloves, Mage Fist obviously, where you are ES Fireball source. And then I have 2 faster cast rate rings. The rings were nothing special. I did need a little bit of strength, so I got it from the ring. And for the belts, I went Arachnid's Mesh. Okay, 1 to all skills, obviously, 20% faster cast rate. And then on my boots, okay, so I went Sandstorm Trek boots. These boots here, I wanted them for that faster hit recovery. I was having issues hitting that breakpoint, that 86% breakpoint. So with these, I'm able to hit it, and with this charm here. So you can see in my charms, I got all these +1 to fire skillers, except that one. But this one here has 12% faster hit recovery. So that's actually what's getting me up above that faster breakpoint, or for that breakpoint for faster hit recovery. And then just lifers here with fire skills, and this is a 40 life, 49 mana, just to give me a little bit more survivability. Because I'm not wearing any Stone of Jordans or anything like that to increase my mana pool. So I might put in a couple more of those. We'll see how it goes here. At the end of the video as well, I'll put in, some gameplay, so if you guys want to check that out. Forgive me, my dueling isn't super great, but we're working on it, So, anyway, for the small charms, we got lifers and a couple resistance with faster run walk. Lifers, and then just some more resistance, life and mana, and then resistance with faster run walk. So, Annie and a torch. On the swap, we have a call to arms and then a spirit monarch. But this is where I could actually free up a bunch of skill points. So if I had like a staff with energy shield on it, or with teleport or something like that, so I didn't have to spend these extra points here, free up those 4 points, and then I'd be able to throw them into Fire Mastery. Give me 16 points. So then, by level whatever, 95, she would be 100% built, kind of thing, for your fire damage and everything like that. Yeah. So that's kind of the build I'm running right now for this ES Fireball source. And in my stash, because I've been working on her for a while, I got a bunch of things that we can swap in and out. Let's take a look. So I have an Enigma, we got the Skin of the Viper Mage, and we also have a Chains of Honor. Okay, for the weapons, I have a Suicide Branch. I also have this Escuchas. I can never say the name of this damn thing. Anyways, I got that thing with a Fire Facet in it, which is really good because it's like plus 24% to fire skill damage, and then also negative enemy fire resistance. I also have a Heart of the Oak, which is perfect with the plus 40 to all resistance. I do have Frostburns, right? So if I need some more mana. For the boots, I got a couple of changes as well. Marowak boots, I have Alders as well in here, and War Travelers. So I do have a Phoenix and a Storm Shield just for whatever. For the rings, I have Stone of Jordans, a couple different caster rings, Rising Sun Amulet, and whatever, 210 looks like, and Amaras. So we do have a couple different changes here. So this here would be nice if it had teleport. If it had teleport, well, I think it's still pretty nice. It might actually do the trick to free up those skill points, but I don't know. I might try it out. Right? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, that's the build. Let me know what you guys think, how I could make some improvements, and let's check out some gameplay.